Hey guys, my name is Ben Howard and we're out here at Wofford College to check out their 9-hole disc golf course and to play around with the Armadillo from Lone Star. This is probably the most unique feeling one-speed disc out of my whole lineup because you can see it's got a very blunt edge, very squared off with a nice thumb track you can kind of see, and it's very, I don't know if you really see that, but it's very puddle topped in the middle. But it feels very nice, flies very straight from what little I've thrown of it. And I'll be curious to see how it does out here because it's very windy today. So it should be a good test for it. All right, guys, we're on hole 1, par 3, about 160. Basket's just straight ahead, slightly downhill. Biggest thing I got to worry about is I got a little bit of a tailwind. I'm just going to try to do this soft and floaty right at the basket. Too high. Get down. Okay, should be a putt. All right, a little bit of a low ceiling. We'll see how well this thing putts. Oh, I pulled it. Oh, Branch almost helped me out. All right, guys, right here on hole 2, par 4, 320. Basket's just right up there, straight in front of us. Looks like the biggest thing is you just want to get it up there to where the skinny tree is, straight in front of us, because at least then you have some good footing up there. I don't know if I can get to that spot, but I'm just going to try and push it as far as I can into the side of that hill and just see what I can get. Oh, it turned. Okay. Wow. Okay. That goes farther than I would expect, but I was not expecting it to turn like that. Okay, I think it was this headwind that I couldn't feel off the tee pad that made this turn over. Because I didn't. That's the first time I've thrown it hard. So I'm assuming it was just a headwind, but we'll see. Ooh, I'm going to try forehand with it. So I really don't think I have any other play. I'm just going to have to throw like a through the berg, just smooth and on a good amount of hyzer. Yeah, that's just okay. Yeah, I don't think that was the wind. So yeah, it's got a little bit of flip to it, but it's not bad. Got a decently long bit at it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it'll take me a little bit to get used to that, way that thing feels. It feels nice for putter, but I don't know. I'll see if I can get used to it. I believe this is the Alpha plastic. Let me look. I believe it's Alpha. Yeah, Alpha. So if you know, I know there's glow ones that I think people say are more stable, or there's the Beta, I believe is the other plastic. So if you know how the other plastics fly, let me know in the comments. All right, on hole 3, I range found it as 180 feet, slightly uphill. Probably play a little bit farther than that. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of hyzer, see if I can get to stand up and push forward, or see if it was just the wind on that last hole that made it flip like that. If I put it on a little bit of hyzer, it shouldn't be too bad, if it doesn't flip or if it does. Oh, no, it's just a disc. Okay. It didn't flip as much on the last hole as it did on the last hole, but it definitely has a little bit of flip to it when you throw it hard. But I think it feels comfortable, even on throwing on those harder shots. Some of those other ones, it's like with the Berg, it feels kind of uncomfortable to throw it hard. But that's probably the most comfortable disc out of all of them for me. Go. All right, we're on hole 4, par 3. U-disc says 300. Probably going to play closer to like 320 to 330. So really just got to hit this hard, put it up there as far as I can, and just see what we can get. And I'll try and range find it afterwards to see how far I can actually pump this out here, because it feels like it goes farther than like the Berg or a lot of these other one-speed discs I've been throwing. I threw it 2 nose up. Yeah, it's just gonna fall. 180 feet, which, considering how high I had it and how much it would just, I don't know if you really see it on camera, but that thing just went, just dropped straight down. So I'm sure I could get it to go farther in like a tailwind. Like, I'd be curious to see how far I could throw in a tailwind or something like that, where I could actually get pushed forward instead of fall like it did. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna try and throw this one smooth and see if I can get this to actually just push forward instead of turning over at all. Oh, that's it. Okay. I didn't mean to throw down that hyzer, and there's a right to left wind, so that kind of just picked it up and drug it off to the left. I wish I could have done that flat, because I think I would have really liked to see if it would actually push forward or turned or actually faded. Yeah. Even with me misreleasing and that wind dragging it off, it still only put me to about 15 feet. There we go. All right, we're out here on hole 5, par 4, 350. Really just got to choose which gap you're going to go through. The one to the right is the straight direct line, whereas the one off to the left, you would either throw a forehand or a turnover to get to the basket. Got like a tail right to left, left to right, so I think I'm just going to try and push it up this right gap and just see if I can get it to kind of push straight. If it turns, it doesn't really seem like it would be an issue, but we'll see how it goes. This wind's been swirling all day, so I won't be surprised if it's different up there than what I'm feeling back here, but put this on a little bit hyzer. Dang it. Sit down. Okay. If I got that nose down, it might have turned and held it, but I put a little nose up and it just kind of pushed straight. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try and throw this one out to the right and see if I can get this thing to act overstable. It's got somewhat of a tailwind. Just gotta throw it a little nose up. Right this tree to the right. There we go. Oh, that's so short though. Nope, I did it. Save my par. Dang. How did that tailwind not? What the heck? This is the last one I thought I would have missed that putt into a tailwind. All right, we're on hole 6, par 3, about 230. Basket's just up here next to this tree. In this shot, I'm just going to try and hit this hard, and I got to get that nose down or else this thing's going to fade on me. That's the one thing I've noticed about this disc, is if it's nose down, it's going to turn. If it's nose up, it's going to fade. So I got to get that nose down on a little bit of hyzer, kind of high, let it flip up and push straight. Okay, now it's a headwind, so, well, we'll see. Still nose down. Still just got to hit it hard. Holy crap. Yeah, see, if I get that nose down, that thing zooms. But if I put that thing tiny bit nose up, it'll just parachute. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting disc. Ugh. That was weird. Yeah, I didn't realize how down, slightly downhill. That messed me up. Oh well. hole 7. I'm not sure of the distance on this one, but it's the far basket down there. It's supposed to be a par 5. Got a little bit of a tailwind. I'm just going to try and bomb this out there and see how far I can get to with this disc. A little bit of hyzer, nose down. All right, we got 260 to the basket from here. I'm just going to have to swing this wide on some hyzer. Hope this tailwind makes it act a little bit more overstable. No, I didn't really make it act any more overstable. I think I threw it a little too nose up, and it just kind of, that wind just smashed it. Nah. Didn't quite have the glide. I got to hit that harder if I want to get it there. All right, we're on hole 8, par 3. Basket's just up there behind that tree. The tree's about 200 feet, and it looks like the basket's about 10 to 15 feet behind it. On this shot, I really don't want to throw anything out to the right because I got a nice headwind. So if it flipped at all, it's going to be way off to the right. So I'm just going to try and push it straight on the left side of this tree and try and see if I can just have it finish straight, or if it turns over, that's fine too. Let's see. Gonna trust it on a decent amount of hyzer and let that get that nose down. Oh man, that flipped a lot. Yeah. Well, it's about even with the trees. So probably like a 20-foot putt. A little low, right to left. Put it just the right side of the chains. Let it fall in. Ah, dang it. You need a higher. All right, we're on hole 9, final hole of the video. This is a par 3. I think it's a 220 straight ahead. Headwind's kind of died down, so I'm just going to try and push this out there on some hyzer. I really try and get it to stand up a little bit, but I don't want it to stand up completely to flat. See if I can get it to drift to the left. Let's see. Oh, here comes the headwind again. Golly. I hit down so much hyzer and it still popped up. And the headwind killed it. I needed it higher, but I don't think it would have gone much farther if I did throw it higher. Let's see. So, this is what these approach discs are meant for. Just going to try and throw it nose up. Try and run it. See how far it goes past the basket. Oh, I had the right height on it. Dang. I can't quite figure this thing out. This one's a little different than a lot of the other discs. All right, guys, I finished up the round out here at Wofford. For my thoughts on the Dillo, I would say this kind of has what I'm looking for in an approach putter. It's hard to tell because I set this thing up for failure, bringing it up out here in this open course with a lot of wind. So it's kind of hard to tell if that was the inconsistency of it was from the wind or the way I was throwing it. Because it felt like if I threw it nose up, it was just going to push and just fade or fall out of the sky. But if I got it nose down into like a tailwind, it was going to push and flip, which is interesting because it's nice. Like I've said before, I want controllability in these discs. If like with the hydrogen, like if it's just doing the same thing every time, I can't quite get enough. I can't use it for a lot of situations that I would want to. So very controllable, very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's I don't know. I like it though. It's very comfortable in the hand. it just seems like a jack of all trades kind of disc, where you can get it to fade, you can get it to turn, you can get it to hold straight, you can get it to do a lot of different things. And for that, I'm gonna put it above the hydrogen because I can get to do that stuff, but I'm gonna put it under the Berg just because I feel like the Berg kind of does it a little bit better and a little bit more consistently. But I'd like to see if I could throw this on a course that's a little more shaded from the wind. But for my thoughts on this course, I would say this is a really fun one. Only problem I really had was the tee pads are kind of hard to find if you don't have a U disc out or anything like that, and because they're just two little, like, I think it's like little PVC caps in the ground, and like the tee pads aren't very great. It's dirt tee pads, which most of the time is fine, but some of these are kind of worn down, so you kind of have that same thing you had at Michelin, where it's like you have like walls on either side, so the tee pad ends up getting smaller and smaller the more it gets used. But if you're in the area or you're staying on this college, it's a great course, honestly. Like, because even you got like hole 7 where you can actually bomb some shots. You just got to be careful because there's people walking across the fairway sometimes, so just got to pay attention. But if you have any more 9-hole courses or any more 1-speed discs you think I should try, I actually found another one. It's the end of a birdie. It actually feels from kind of close to the Armadillo. It's got like it's like a what are they called? Polecat with a thumb track on it. You can see that. So I'm thinking about just doing, for my next video, I think I'm just gonna do the Polecat and this disc and the birdie versus each other, just because I don't really want to add in another one. And like, I mean, because this thing flies nice. I threw it a little bit. It's just really straight. Kind of flies like the hydrogen, but not quite as, doesn't go quite as far as the hydrogen. So I think for that, I think that's what I'm gonna do for the Polecat video. It's just this disc and the Polecat versus each other to see which one gets into the finals or gets into the tournament. So yeah, if y'all got any more, let me know. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.